So one of the things a lot of people find when they do their first real deal long ride is as they get into the ride, things start to hurt that you normally wouldn't expect, things that you wouldn't train, right? And one of the common complaints I have is I have heard, and this happened to me too, is just numbness in the hands from holding the handlebars. And you can alleviate this to a certain extent by switching hand positions on the handlebars, but it's something we don't often experience in training, and we don't really train for it. Now, so a lot of people, the most common solutions for that I think are things like this gel insert riding gloves, right? So some sort of gel insert here, here, and here, which is kind of the pressure points where the bar might be. Also gel inserts on the handlebars, extra handlebar tape, and all those are certainly help the problem, and I encourage everybody that has those issues to go ahead and use those. But something else to think about is we already have the equivalent of gel inserts in our hands, right? There's the biggest muscle groups in our hand are, probably right here and right here, okay? And you can, as a former strength athlete, right? I spend a lot of time training my grip, and you can do a little bit to help these a lot. Now, you don't have to be Mr. Olympia here. You're not going to build a lot of mass in your hand, and you don't want to, but you can improve the tone of these muscles. And all muscular hypertrophy does is increase the cross-sectional area of the muscle. You get more water in there, you increase the tone, you increase the strength of the connective tissue, and you essentially are going to do a lot to improve the durability of your hand when you're riding. Okay? So there are a lot of grip exercises you can do, there are a lot of grip tools you can use, but I don't think you really need to go overboard as a cyclist, but you can do a little bit to help yourself out a lot. And one of the things when I was training judo that we use, so how do you hit this muscle and how do you hit this muscle, right? So one of the things, it's hard to hit this muscle, first of all. Most of the grip strength you do works actually the muscles in your forearm, okay, which is okay. That's going to help when you're on the bike too. But if you want to improve the durability of these muscles, you kind of have to do some oddball stuff, right? So this is here's a grip exercise that some judo players taught me. It's called pistol deadlifts, right? So, or just pistol lifts. So you do it with a piece of cloth, right? Pretty much every grip exercise judo players do, they're using some sort of cloth because that's critical to judo, right? Just take it, put it around a barbell, right? And then wrap your fingers around it like this and make the rest of your hand like a pistol. Okay? Like that. I'm not doing a lot of weight here, and I don't think you have to as a cyclist. You probably want to concentrate on muscular endurance there. But just the same, don't do burnouts. I don't even know if you want muscle soreness here. I think just doing a couple sets of 20 of those 2-3 times a week is going to do a lot to help. Now, so that hits this area right here. If you want this, I think you need to do pinch grip stuff. And again, not a lot of weight here, but just, pinch grip. Okay? Same story. You can do farmer's walks. If you don't know what a farmer's walk is, so take 4 of these plates, or it doesn't have to be 10-pound plates, whatever you think you can handle. Pinch grip them, hold them at arm's length at your waist and just walk around like that. Do a lap of the gym, something like that. It's called a farmer's walk. Or just pick them, just do like I did. Pick them up, pinch grip lifts like that. That's going to help you with this muscle here. Just help build that endurance and the strength and really just the structural tenacity of that muscle, okay? Same thing a gel insert does, except actually in your hand. Okay. Other stuff you can do. There's a lot of grippers out there. This particular one is the Captain's of Crush, sold by Iron Mind. Now, these are real deal grip implements. This is probably, even though this is the trainer, and they go up to some really ridiculously hard to close grippers. I have a bunch of these, and so this is what I brought down. This is okay. Crush grip strength, you know, it is going to exercise those muscles. But if you do a hard crush gripper workout like this, you're going to find that primarily your forearms are sore and not your hands. But it will help a little bit. So that's, you know, if you have some, I wouldn't go down to the, you know, like I wouldn't go down to Walmart and buy one of those grippers. I don't think they're worth the money. They're not going to help you out very much. But if you have a gripper that gives you a workout, you know, whatever, give it a try. I think it'll help more than not. And, you know, nothing ventured, nothing gained. One thing that I like to do is thick bar work. So this is like a 2-inch dumbbell. I have a 2-inch barbell. I like to do cleans and stuff like this. Again, this is probably something that it's overkill for a cyclist. Most cyclists aren't going to want to invest in 2-inch barbells. And anyhow, I bought this from a guy, John Zemansky at Piedmont Design or fractionalplates.com, and I just checked online, and unfortunately John has passed away. So you can't get these anymore, which is a shame. But if you really are determined, you can just go down to your local metal supply and get you know, 24-inch stick of cold rolled. Get a couple of those and build barbells out of them. But or you can rig up some sort of thick handle or buy them online, I think. But anyhow, this helps, and also the good news here is it makes your grip the limiting factor. So I have because of my background as a strength athlete, I have a little tendency to go a little crazy in the weightlifting room. Now that I'm a cyclist, I don't know that I really need that. Exposed me to injury, so thick bar lifting kind of acts as a governor. But it really helps when I'm out riding. When I got back to thick bar work, my hand numbness issues were forgotten on the bike. Other things that help with that are keeping yourself hydrated and keeping your carb intake up when you're on the bike. Those two things are going to keep water in your muscles, right? Back to these being basically gel inserts in your hand. Keeps water in your muscles, keeps the gel filled, and keeps your hand feeling a lot better. So those are all, if you have hand numbness, certainly the usual cyclist solutions, I don't encourage you to abandon those. Those are tried and true, and I think they'll work. But other things that you might want to consider that are simple, you know, less than an hour a week time invested, but that will really pay dividends, are some grip strength training, some simple grip strength training for cyclists. So hope that helps.